football fans from around the world. You are tuned into the CudaCast, the official podcast of the Dubai Barracudas. I'm your host, Coach Jerry, and with me as always, the lovely Miss Gracie.
Hello, Barracuda family.
Happy New Year.
Yay, happy 2016.
2016 already. What's your New Year's resolution?
I have many. No, I don't do New Year's resolutions.
Neither do I.
Yeah, waste of time.
I don't know if it's a waste of time. Yeah, it is a waste of time. I'm not going to stick to it. Yeah. Actually, I don't think I've made a New Year's resolution ever. I don't think. You know, you just, like, why wait? Like, if you're going to change, just change.
Yeah, you don't have to wait till January 1st, right?
Yeah, that's the way I see it.
So,
like, if you're going to do something, just do it. Why do you have to wait till the first? How was it? How was your New Year's?
It was fantastic. We had a really great Christmas.
Oh, yeah. This is our first CudaCast, right? First CudaCast of 2016. How about that, everybody? Yeah, you're welcome.
Hold the applause. Yeah, we had a great Christmas. Spent it with some friends that we consider family. My daughter's in town. Our daughter's in town.
I was gonna say your daughter from.
She's visiting from the University of Texas. Go Longhorns.
Go Longhorns.
Hook 'em horns.
That's right.
And she'll be here a few more days. She returns for spring semester. So it's been wonderful having her here.
And she did really well her first semester, by the way. So really
takes
proud
after
of
her mom. So
that's right. Really proud of her. So big shout out to the CudaCast sister.
Yeah.
So So then we also spent New Year's with some close buddies as well. So that was kind of cool.
That was nice. Danced
a little bit. Ate some good food. Hung out. We saw the video of the fire.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily, fortunately, I don't say luckily. Fortunately, we weren't downtown. So,
just in case, some of you are not aware, the Dubai address hotel near the Dubai Mall caught on fire on New Year's Eve.
It was a big blaze,
like you said, fortunately, I don't think anyone was injured or.
No, from the reports I saw, there was no fatalities, but a few injuries, like I guess smoke inhalation and stuff like that. So hopefully all those people recovered quickly. But it's crazy, right? I guess the whole facade of that building, all the plastic or the polyurethane that they use to create all the shapes and stuff, that just kind of went up in flames. And then it went vertical, right? Boom, all the way to the top. So
very unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. But aside from that, it was we had a good time.
Yeah.
Got to see and hang out with some people, and that was cool. Here we are, 2016. 2016.
I like the sound of that. I like even numbers.
Let it sink in for a bit. Let it sink in for a bit. 2016. Mm-hmm. You remember when people were afraid of the year 2000?
Right.
And then we were going to party like it's 1999.
What are you saying? That we're getting old? Is that what you're saying?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Wow. 2016.
It's the year of the Barracudas. I can feel it.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Speaking of, we had 2 games. What's this? Week 4?
Week 4, I believe.
Yeah, week 4. Mm-hmm. So this week 4, there was only a Pee-wee game and a JV game. Everyone else had a bye. So, what was the score of the Pee-wee game?
19-12. We lost to the Abu Dhabi Scorpions. Tough loss. They were up at halftime, 12-6, and I think the Scorpions, right before halftime, they started getting momentum, and they started, falling into getting into the groove of their offense. Right. And
I spoke with their head coach, Scott Bickley, and he's
the Barracudas head coach.
Barracudas head coach. That's right, Scott, and the Pee-wee head coach. And they started off really well. I believe at the half they were up, right?
12-6.
12-6 at the half. And I think there was one touchdown that got called back, so they could have been up even a little bit more.
Okay.
But even then, I mean, they were holding it down. And then, like you said, the Scorpions just kind of started getting a little bit of momentum. And it was unfortunate in the second half. Couple of interceptions. Those are huge game changers, right? Momentum shift. It's not when you throw an interception or you have a turnover. It's not just that you don't score those 6 or 7 points. It's not a 7-point turn or a 6-point turn, right? Because you don't score, but the other team does.
Right.
So now it's more of a 12 to 14 point difference.
Disadvantage.
Right, right. So not only did you not score, they scored against you sometimes, and so it's tough. It's tough to come back from 2 interceptions in the second half. So that was the game there. So. I think they scored. So 19, so it was 12-6, so they scored twice.
Mm-hmm.
Twice and converted 1. So it was a tough loss for these little dudes, the Pee-wees. Again, speaking with their head coach, a lot of the team was crying afterwards. And that's just really
that's tough.
It's tough, but as a coach, I like it. I don't want to say I like seeing kids cry because I don't. That's not what I mean.
Ruthless.
Savage. And, that's not what I mean.
Right.
But seeing them cry after a tough loss, they care, right? They left it all out there. They care. Mm-hmm. It's just disheartening loss. To go out there, leave it all on the line, and then, come up short. But there's still a lot of football to be played. We have a few more games, so hopefully they'll learn from this, bounce back, and get a win next time they're out on the field.
Yeah, for sure. I think their next game is in a couple of weeks. They have a bye this coming weekend, so that gives them plenty of time to, strategize for their next opponent.
Right.
It gives them time to practice additional.
And
plays and like you said, learn from this loss.
Right.
They're so young and they absorb everything,
mm-hmm.
And they have plenty of time to come back and come back stronger for their next opponent. So keep your heads up, Pee-wee.
Mm-hmm. For sure. And
it was a good game. What I saw second quarter, It just happened that they threw a couple of interceptions, and the Scorpions took advantage of that as they should, right? So they did play well, and they'll come back even stronger, I believe.
Mm-hmm. For sure. So unfortunate loss for those guys, but like you said, they'll go back. They have a bye. They'll learn from it. They'll polish up a few things here and there, and watch some film and get right back to it. If you hear that jingling in the background, that's because we have...
It's my shoes.
It's the Floushy Boushy. I don't know what's wrong with him. Our dog, he's just running around like crazy with a bear in his mouth. But we fared a little bit better at the JV.
Yeah, a lot better.
A lot better. So at the JV level, we were playing the Sand Vipers.
Right.
Sand Vipers, they're a... Actually, JV is new for them as well, right? Just the way JV is new for... Actually, all the divisions are new. But they didn't have a... what was the Sand Vipers last year? What divisions did they have? They had a Pee-wee Sand Vipers?
They had JV.
They had Pee-wee and JV only?
Mm-hmm. They didn't have Bantam. So this year they had
that's
Bantam.
what I'm saying. No one had Bantam.
Right.
Okay. But they didn't win any games last year.
Correct.
At the JV level.
Correct.
Pee-wee level they did. So, it's an up-and-coming. It's one of the newer teams in the league, and they got some great talent, but so do we. So we went out there and fantastic game plan, all the way around. I'm talking from the offense to the defense, and in particular on defense, I like what Coach Rich did with our cornerbacks. Kind of changed it up a little bit. Not always in a zone coverage. We went man-to-man a couple times, and, we knew they were going to throw. So when they went into quads and stuff, there was just zero confusion on defense when it came, to whenever they ran 3 receivers or 4 receivers. There was zero confusion, and they have a nice quarterback, the Sandvipers, Tyler Brown.
Yeah, he's excellent.
Fantastic QB. He's a Falcon, by the way. He was on the Falcons team. But the coverage, everyone stayed disciplined, and the coverage was tight, and he would just run out of time. I mean, I could see him in the backfield, and he's pump faking to one side and looking to the other, and there's just nowhere to throw. And eventually, nowhere to go. Right. Eventually, he gets caught. Eventually, and that's pretty much the way it was. It was all game. Everyone stayed disciplined. Even linebackers, just top to bottom, everyone stayed disciplined. And then on offense, it was just working.
Right. Everything.
Yeah. It was just one of those games where everything clicked.
Right.
It was. You try to temper, the play calling a little bit and try to alter it and try to move guys around. But that was working too.
Right.
So a huge win. All in all was 50-0. Yeah, you heard that right. 5-0. Running up the score isn't something that we're proud of that we set out to do. I spoke with Coach Patrick, their head coach, afterwards, and he pretty much said what what I alluded to, in that once you're up by a couple touchdowns, you try and rotate your guys. Put your backup QB in there, put your backup running back, move guys around, and that was working too, though. So they were also getting points on the board. And one thing both Patrick and I agree on is that we never want. I will never instruct my player or a player to not score. I will never do that. If someone has the ball, I want them 100%. I want them to run 100%, etc. I will never instruct them to say, hey, run out of bounds or try not to score, because I don't think that's fair for them, and it's definitely not fair for the other team.
Right.
If I'm on the other side of the ball, I don't want that other coach saying, hey, let's go easy on those guys. No. This is a football game. You're going to go out there, and as a head coach, if I put my 3rd string running back or even a 4th string running back in the backfield and I give him the ball, guess what? I want him to go 100%. And that's what his guys did. And it didn't matter, play calling up the middle, the edge, whatever, passing. It just worked. It was just everything just clicked. Everything just clicked from the opening whistle. Mm-hmm. And that lopsided score is indicative that it's just our defense was on point, our offense was on point. I can't even pick out. I don't even know who to pick out.
I do. You know me.
Omar Bazian. That dude was a beast on defense. I think he had 5 sacks, something like that, like solo sacks. Mm-hmm. A handful of others, or half sacks where he was in on the tackle. But he was just ridiculously aggressive, and
like you said, every single player on the team they knew nothing was foreign. Everything was, like a coordinated, choreographed,
right?
Syncopate. I mean, it just
synchronized.
Everything was just beautiful. And
Vincent Lancia,
yes, scored a touchdown.
Again, here's a kid who doesn't get passes thrown his way a whole lot. But in this game, he had a touchdown.
Maybe now he will.
Yeah, he had a touchdown. He ran a good route, and they found him in the end zone. Tried getting the ball to Max as well. And
close. He was,
that first time he ran that route was perfect.
Right.
Perfect. I mean that, and again, it's a testament to Coach Rich and how he has these receivers. I mean, just up to speed. I mean, that route he ran. He kind of ran like a slant to the inside and then popped it back to the outside to the corner and up into the end zone. And that defense just bit. I mean, they bit hard on it. He was just wide. When he cut back to the outside, he was wide open, and the ball just had a little too much heat on it, and one bounced off his hands, over his head. But I mean, it was just everyone. It was just like you said. It was a coordinated effort. Mm-hmm. Joaquin Campos had a couple touchdowns, 8 touchdown, maybe. Was it 1 or 2? I don't remember.
I lost track.
Yeah, there was a lot of scoring. Not a point after attempts or conversions, I should say. Daniel Perlin was playing well, throwing the ball well, handing off the ball well. Keon. I was more impressed with Keon on defense. Keon is he has the reputation of sometimes kind of taking things into his own hands and doing what he feels he wants to do. He's just one of those players, right? He just wants to make the play every single time. But I was most impressed because on defense, he just stayed disciplined. And he did what was asked of him. And, they didn't get any points on us.
I think he gets stronger every week. What do you think? Physically
I think so.
stronger.
I think so. Plus, it's a huge change on offense for him, for Daniel, for Tomas, for all these guys, because now you have Coach Brett Turek.
Oh,
he's calling
great coaching staff.
Yep, he's calling the offense now. So he brings a different eye. He came to us from the men's, so he coaches the men's team as well. So he has a different eye for things, and he sees things differently than Coach Patrick does. And Coach Patrick and myself had been coaching the same group of kids for the past 3 years.
Right.
We've had Keon since our very first Desert Bowl win, right? So we've had these guys for the last 3 years. So it's nice to bring someone else in, and on defense, I've been the defensive coordinator for the past 3 years, but now I'm on the Bantam. So now even their defense is a little bit different. Now Patrick has shifted to he's the head coach and he's doing defense. And, Brett's the offensive coordinator. He's calling the offensive plays, and Patrick gives him a lot of leeway into his play calling. Then you got, Rich Stead, who comes in, was working with the receivers and cornerbacks, both sides of the ball. So they're really coming together, them and the varsity, the JV and the varsity. They have Coach Sean still doing fitness and conditioning. Sharif still an assistant. It's just that group of that coaching staff. Big ups to those guys because they're really bringing it. Week after week, and it's starting to pay off. It's starting to pay off. The boys, the players, they're getting used to the changes. And defensive schemes and offensive play calling. And it showed today.
Yeah, they looked good.
Or it showed
they looked
the other
good
day.
out there.
Yeah, they looked fantastic out there. So good for them.
Congratulations,
Good for them.
JV.
Big win. So what do we have coming up?
All right. So this week, 15th of January. Yes.
Party at the lovely Miss Gracie's house.
Yes. Everyone's invited.
Everyone's welcome.
The Pee-wees have a bye. And junior varsity they also have a bye. We have Bantam versus Wildcats at 3 p.m.
At the Dubai Sevens.
At the Dubai Sevens. Great facility, by the way.
I love it there.
Yeah.
It's great.
Varsity versus Team Abu Dhabi at 1. So they actually have an early game. And then the men's face off against the Wildcats at 6:30. So
right. So again,
it looks to be a
full day.
Fun-filled
full day of football.
Full football weekend. Too many F sounds.
Too many Fs.
Yeah.
So you got the varsity at 1.
Correct.
And then
Bantam at 3. And then the men at 6:30.
Or 6:30. Right. Yeah, that's a lot of football. We're gonna be there all day.
Right.
We're gonna be out there all day. All day.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
That's right. Where we go out there, in order to do these podcasts, you have to go out there and watch a little bit of all the games, or watch as much as you can.
Right.
I mean, this last weekend was a little bit tough because they were playing at the same time. And I was coaching special teams on JV, so I couldn't make my way over to the Pee Wee side, but I know you did. So we're gonna be out there all day. I like the Sevens. It's a good facility.
It's nice.
You have a restaurant if you get hungry. The fields were nice. Actually, the turf.
The fields are really nice.
The turf was
I
really
like
nice.
how you could have multiple games going on at the same time.
Right.
And like you said, it's a great facility. There's a restaurant, for post-game burgers. And
it's not too far from Dubai, and it's not too far from Al Ain. I think the Abu Dhabi folks, I think it's about the same for them. Maybe 10 minutes longer. So, It kind of splits.
Nice. I like it.
It almost splits the difference between us and Alain, between Dubai and Alain. So we're gonna be out there again on the, what is it, the 15th?
15th of January.
15th of January.
I like that date. It's a nice day.
Why do you like that
just
day?
because.
That's a big day in our family, as is the 7th and 11th of January. So we leave it at that. Yeah. We hope everyone comes out and supports
our Barracuda Nation.
The Cuda Nation. Go out there and cheer on for all the Barracuda teams. We hope to see all you guys out there.
Yeah. So
I know I'm looking forward to coaching.
Wear your Barracuda blue.
I was
or your Cuda Cast T-shirt. Have you ordered yours? You ordered yours.
I have mine. I just couldn't wear it because I have to wear my coaching shirt. That's right. I can't wear it because it's got a picture of you on it and me. So
does that feel awkward?
It does. It's like, look, it's like Michael Jordan wearing a Michael Jordan shirt.
Yeah, I guess.
You see how I compared myself to Michael Jordan?
The greatest ever.
I'm the greatest podcaster ever. We make we're the tandem. We're the tandem podcast. You're
we're like Cher and Sonny.
Sonny and Cher. Pip and Jordan. Shaq, Kobe.
Yeah.
You be Shaq. I'll be Kobe.
Okay.
So now I was looking forward to coaching this week, but there was a little bit of a schedule change, so we didn't. The bantam at the bantam level,
right?
So they kind of shifted us around, and we had a bye. But I'm excited to get back out there because
I think our bantam team is
we're ready,
equally as excited.
We're ready.
They are ready.
After coming back from Orlando, everybody came back hyped up, ready to play, and then they're like, "Oh, you're not playing." Oh,
we have a few weeks off.
Right. So, but now we'll get them up to speed at practice, and then we'll be ready to go out there and put some points on the board and get a W. Now the Wildcats, we're playing the Wildcats. I think they have a new coach. Or they start the season with a new coach.
Okay.
And then they dropped a game or two, and then they won this weekend. So a couple things, the coach, there was a change in coaching staff, and I'm not sure if they started the season or if the coach arrived, 1 or 2 games into the season. But they had some injuries they were dealing with as well. In particular, Eli Grubb. Again, he's a Falcon.
I think they have a healthy team now.
So now they have a healthy team, and they went out there and they got that W against, who did they beat?
Stallions.
They beat the Stallions. That's right. They beat the Stallions. So so we got to prepare for that. Watch film and see what they're doing, so we can prepare for that and be ready to go out there.
That'll be fun.
Go out there and play.
I'm ready to. I was telling you a couple of weeks ago that I was a bit exhausted from all this football activity. But after being there this past weekend and cheering on our JV,
you're like, hey, everybody, I'm back.
Yeah, I'm back. Where is everybody?
Where the party at?
Yep. So I'm excited again.
So you were just in a little bit of a rut.
I was in a funk.
A little bit of a football funk.
Yeah. And maybe because we weren't playing, it's you get used to your weekends being free.
And
then I showed up on Friday. The atmosphere felt like Friday Night Lights.
Look, we even went in separate cars because you didn't want to go early.
Yeah, I arrived on time.
I had to go early by myself,
which is very uncharacteristic of me.
Right,
I like to get there early and watch other teams, but
I know that's all. I was like, what? Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
So we went separate cars.
So, but once I was there, it was.
You got the feeling back.
Someone said, "I feel euphoric."
Yep, you got the hype. You got hyped up. You got hyped up when you were there.
So I'm excited for this weekend.
No, I'm ready. I'm ready to, this second half of the season. Although it's not really the second half because the break is more towards the first third.
Right.
So I'm ready for the last 2/3 of the season.
Exactly.
I'm ready for the last 0.667 of the season percent.
0.6666.
66.7%. 0.667. Or 0.6 with a line on it.
Yeah. What is that line called anyway?
I don't know what the line's called, but it just means repeating.
Yeah.
Right.
Repeat
so
that
six,
number.
The 6 repeats.
All you math whizzes should know, right?
All you math nerds out there.
I hate to change the subject.
Uh-oh.
Have you been watching NFL? The wild card games.
Yes.
Did you watch the Steelers?
Yes.
Was it amazing or what?
Man, the Bengals. I mean, they hadn't scored at all.
They
for the fourth quarter.
lost.
Oof.
Oh, what did they say? They said it's the worst they
imploded.
Loss for any team ever.
Right.
To have that game. Some of the Bengals players at the last minute and 36 seconds when they was it an interception? They ran off the field and they waved goodbye,
that's right? He ran into the tunnel.
Yes.
He ran into the tunnel. My condolences
that shows you that
Coach Ash.
Coach Ash.
I was thinking about you, brother. I was thinking about you, brother, man, when I was watching that game.
Yeah, I was thinking of him too. How pissed off he probably was, and
then he
must have broken his TV.
Coach Patrick, and you got
Costas.
Some of the parents, Costas. Who else is a freaking? There's like so many.
There's a lot of Steelers fans out here.
Steeler fans as well. Who else is a Steeler fan?
Oh, Joaquin, Patrick, the Costas.
The Costas clan.
Yeah,
there's a few.
There's quite a few. It's a strong Steeler support.
So,
but it was a great game. Oh man, I'm so happy that I was awake for that. I watched the entire game.
Yep.
And I thought for sure, the Bengals had it.
It was nuts.
Ben Roethlisberger comes in and he's like, "Nope.
Yep.
This is my W, right?"
But it was on them, right, for getting those 2 penalties back to back.
Yeah,
the Bengals.
their fault.
They knocked the guy out, right? I mean, he was out. I mean, he looked like UFC type.
Right.
He just crumbled.
He bounced off the ground. His head.
So he caught a shoulder helmet to the helmet. So
Brown. What's his first name?
I don't remember. Who was it? Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown.
So he got a shoulder. It looked to me like it was just a shoulder to the helmet,
right.
But I think they got the guy for a shoulder and helmet to the helmet. So it was a little bit of helmet to helmet. No, but it doesn't matter. I mean, he was out. It was out. He was out. Definitely an illegal hit. Targeted his head, knocked the guy out. So that was good for 15 yards, 15-yard penalty. And then one of the assistant coaches comes onto the field.
One of the Steelers coaches.
Yeah, an assistant Steelers coach comes onto the field to check up on him. And who was it? Who pushed him? Was it Pac-Man Jones that pushed him? I don't know who it was. One of the Bengals freaking pushes him, gets another flag. So that's 30 yards.
Right.
And then they kick a field goal.
And win.
Oh, man. That's a tough way to lose.
I wasn't, I was just...
You were just watching.
I was awake.
Neutral.
I'm
just neutral.
Might as well watch it. Couldn't sleep. But it turned out to be one of the greatest games I've seen in a long time.
Well, second half.
You're right.
Half turned out all right.
Once the Bengals started scoring, it became a game after that.
Well, they didn't score till the fourth.
Right.
And then they got the lead, and it was like, whoa. Nuts. Who else played?
The Packers defeated the Redskins. I'm sorry, Sharif.
Sorry, yeah. I'm sorry, Sharif, that, because you're a Redskins fan, but let's be realistic. we knew they weren't going to win.
No, they actually started off a lot better than the Packers.
Yeah, but I don't think anyone had money on them.
Except
yep,
true Redskins fans. It was still an exciting game to watch.
It was an exciting game to watch, and you're right in the first.
Yeah, the Redskins started off hot.
Yeah, because they got a safety, right?
Yeah.
And then it was like
5-0.
They kicked the field goal. Yeah, it's like 5. How do you get 5?
All right.
Oh, the safety. That's right.
And
yeah, they started off hot, and they
offense took off. Their defense kept them in the game, and then once Aaron Rodgers got into
what was that for?
What? Aaron Rodgers. Ooh,
once
wow.
Aaron I was like, hey, it's PG. It's a PG program here.
He's all right. Program. He's all right.
He's all right.
Yeah.
Look at you.
And I didn't watch this game, but I heard about it. The Vikings. Their field goal, their kicker.
Yep. You know,
The laces were
lace.
turned. Does that really
hashtag laces out?
Yeah.
Well, the holder held the lace when he got the football. The laces were
Towards the
facing
kicker.
towards the kicker's foot, so it isn't smooth.
Right.
So when he kicked it, I mean, it went wide left.
Right. Not
It
even
went
close.
wide left. I watched a little bit of the game, and
I watched the first half, and
then
then
I had to go to work, right? Because I work nights. So when I got to work an hour later, I walked into the office and we have a TV on, and I just caught like the last few minutes of the.
So you watched the exciting part.
Yeah, so I watched him miss it. Mm-hmm. You know, I walked in and like within minutes the guy kicked it and he missed it, and I was like
10-9.
Yeah, 10-9. But it was cold, right?
Yeah, one of the coldest games in NFL history. I remember those days.
Yeah, I was gonna say it reminds me of when we used to live in Minot, North Dakota.
Yeah,
man, it used to get cold.
Why not? Minot.
Freezing's the reason.
Yeah,
it used to get super cold up there. So,
but we were young.
What do you mean we were young? We're young right now, girl. What's up?
We were 20 years old.
I was 21.
Yeah, the cold didn't affect us.
We were there. I think we left when I was 24.
Yep.
I think I was 24 when we left, something like that. Wow.
And then the last.
That was like last year, right?
Yeah. Feels like it. And then the last game was the Texans versus the Chiefs. Ouch.
I know.
Yeah, let's not talk about it. How about that?
What was it?
30-0.
Yeah. Shut up.
Yep.
30-0. Mm-hmm. Freaking. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
they just had nothing.
Look,
obviously they had nothing.
When you got JJ Watt getting snaps, you know what I mean? It's like, dude.
Yeah.
Dude. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of. I think there's gonna be a lot of changes this offseason in the NFL. A lot of coaching changes.
Right. We'll see. I mean, it's starting to get exciting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this coming week. Yeah.
Ooh, who do you got today?
Who plays today?
It's gonna be freaking Clemson, Alabama.
Oh, that Clemson.
You got Clemson?
Yeah.
I don't know who I'm rooting for. I'm not a fan of either, but if I got to pick somebody,
I won't choose Alabama ever. So the other, so
why won't you choose Alabama?
I won't.
I've only been to Mobile.
Yeah.
Mobile.
And there's nothing there.
Alabama. Yeah, there wasn't much. Again,
Red Lobster.
We were young back then because I remember we went it was a July 4th.
Didn't we go to a mall?
I remember we went for July 4th when I was stationed in Keesler, Mississippi. Biloxi, Mississippi. Mm-hmm. I think I was 20. We were young. Because I remember we watched the fireworks. You're right.
There was nothing there.
It's a small town. It was all right. I like the South. It's all good.
I like the food.
I like the South. I like the North. I like the West. Northeast doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. You'll live anywhere.
I'll live anywhere. Yeah. I'm down for whatever. Yeah. I enjoyed North Dakota.
Well, I love North Dakota.
And it was freaking freezing.
Loved it. Best time.
Yep.
Of our Air Force.
Yeah, for sure. Hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down.
It was amazing.
Yep. I loved it up there. So you want to move back or what?
I'd love to.
Can you imagine going from Dubai,
the desert to
Dubai summers to North Dakota winters?
Yep. I would definitely hate it. I know it.
I'd have to start drinking antifreeze like 6 months in advance. So, yeah, it's cold up there.
up there. Yeah. So,
yeah. So, okay. If you go for Clemson, I'm going to go for Alabama. Just because. Yeah.
Right. You need to have some competition.
So roll tide.
Okay. Wow. What does that mean?
Well, is it? Don't they have the
I know. I'm just kidding.
The elephant?
Yeah.
Right?
Like it's a huge school.
Crimson Tide, Royal Crimson Tide, but you have a gray elephant.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Please, people.
But then again, you're an Aggie, Texas A&M Aggie. I don't know how you gig something.
You get it.
You gig 'em Aggies. What are you doing? What do you mean you're gonna gig? You gonna beat me up? Is that what it means? What does gig mean?
Those days. Texas A&M football is
Kyle
awesome,
Field,
right?
Can't beat it. Kyle Field.
There's no other.
It's in Texas.
By far, hands down, the best Texas football you'll ever see is at Texas A&M.
12th man,
12th
right?
Man. Home of the 12th man.
No one sits down. None of the student body sits down during the entire football game. They never sit.
Those were the days.
They never sit. You go and you stand the whole time. Just in case the team needs you.
Right. And then you're there.
As the 12th man. In case the team needs you. Man, that was even... We were 18.
That was a long time ago.
We were 18.
Why are we reminiscing today? What's up with that?
I don't know. All this talk about college and cold places we used to live in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were 18 when we were at Texas A&M.
Right.
That was actually, when I met you, you were still 17. You were still 17. Yep. What's up, girl? Let me holla.
You were so shy. Yeah, you were.
But I had game.
No.
Come on,
you did not.
I had game.
No. You did. You conquered my heart. You won me over.
That's what's up.
Yes.
That's what's up.
You picked me up on your bike.
That's what's up.
You walked your bike while I rode it, and then we switched off.
That's it. I'll run.
Yeah, true love right
run
there.
Run next to the bike as you're riding it.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
That was way back. Back in our young days.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I don't know.
So
I think people are tired of listening to our listen to us reminisce.
Our romantic days.
Reminiscing
of Aggie football.
You a fan of who sings Reminiscing? Little River Band? Reminiscing? No? You don't know
Cue
that
it
song?
right there.
You don't know that song? I'll cue it.
All right.
Yeah. I'll add it in.
And how about you end with the David Bowie song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. RIP.
Yep.
Ground control to Major Tom.
Man, that's tough.
I know. Cancer.
Yeah.
Doesn't discriminate. Doesn't care who you are, how much money you have, where you live, color your skin. It does not care.
Right.
So a big shout out to all you cancer survivors out there. Lost a good one. We lost a good one. So yeah, I'll be sure to add a little bit of David Bowie
tribute,
on the outro. Yeah, man, it's nuts.
Mm-hmm. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. So we expect everyone to be out the football fields on the 15th at the Sevens. Support your Barracudas, and let's keep this momentum up, and get some wins. Actually, that'll be my resolution, to keep winning, although I don't play. I resolve to keep coaching to win. How
there
about
you
that?
go.
How about
there
that?
You go.
So we'll do that. So until next time, we will see you guys out on the field.
Wearing your Barracuda blue.
Wear your Barracuda blue.
If you don't have Barracuda blue, there should be a merchandise available.
Yeah, I think that we'll have a truck now so they can pull the merchandise trailer. So, Dustin hooked that up. So, go out there, buy your merchandise, buy your gear. Again, we can be reached at thecudacast@gmail.com, at thecudacast on Twitter, at thecudacast on Instagram. So, follow us on all of those, or send us an email, and, look us up at the CudaCast on Facebook. And you can also go to thecudacast.com, and that'll link up to our blog where we post all our podcasts for those of you without iTunes.
Very good.
Subscriptions. And we're also the CudaCast on iTunes. So everything is the CudaCast. So link up with us, hook us up, and follow us.
Yeah.
And you'll be up to date on the latest and greatest from Coach Jerry and the lovely Miss Gracie.
Excellent. We'll see you guys this Friday, and go Cudas.
Bye, Barracuda family. Music by Audionautics.com.